Hi, everyone, and welcome to Upcycled Adulting, my YouTube channel where I help you grow to accomplish your goals, create healthy habits, and overcome obstacles. This is Small Step Saturday. It is the day where I share something small or simple to do or hugely impactful that will make your life so much easier and pay off big time. And today, what I'm going to be sharing is about one of the biggest obstacles I've had to face in my own life, and that I know many of you face as well. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to overcome this obstacle. Now, many of you know that I am neurodivergent, and I think many of you probably know as well from watching previous videos that I struggle a lot with executive function. In particular, I struggle with time blindness. And poor time management or challenges with time management can really get in the way of accomplishing our goals and living the lives that we want to live. It can be incredibly difficult when you feel like time just slips away and you have no real understanding of where it's going or how it's going. Now, this has kind of been a running joke in my household, but we didn't even realize I struggled with time blindness, despite the fact that there were running jokes in my house about things like, I really truly believe that you can drive anywhere in 15 minutes. I live in the Metro Detroit area, and I would always say, oh, that's only 15 minutes away. Once I was there, once I was out of the house, I would actually schedule appointments back to back without accounting for the fact that I would have to travel from one appointment to the next. My husband always jokes around because I always say that dinner takes 30 minutes to make. And he says, you have two recipes that take 30 minutes to make. Everything else takes longer. I have literally zero concept of where the time goes. I find that I run late consistently. I try really, really hard not to. This is not my way of saying I don't care about you or your time. This is a legitimate issue. I struggle with time blindness. So when I wanted to accomplish my goals, or I wanted to start my business, or I needed to work on my health, or I was working on writing a book, I knew that I needed to address the fact that I had no idea how long things take. That way I could structure my day and create space in my day for the things that I need to do without feeling like I was running out of time or feeling overwhelmed or exhausted by the whole thing. Because so very often it would be 11 o'clock at night and I would be like, what happened? What happened to my day? And sometimes it would be that I felt really, really busy all day, but I still didn't feel like I really got much done. And sometimes it would actually be that I had lost significant chunks of time and I wasn't sure where. And partly because, I just didn't realize that that thing took that long, especially, for example, the dinner thing. So I would lose an hour and a half to making dinner, but I thought I'd only spent a half an hour doing it. So I couldn't understand why it was suddenly so late. I thought we ate at 6:30. Really, we ate at 8. Things like that kept happening for me, and it made it really, really challenging for me to get my goal work into my life. So today I want to share exactly what I did with that. It's very, very simple. So I don't even need to cut away. I'm going to share the tools that I used to overcome this and to actually start to get more clarity about my time so that I can manage my schedule better right now. Ready for it? I know. Cell phone and a pen and paper, a notepad. All right. These are the things that I used. These are simple things. I'm sure that you have them. I use my phone to set alarms. Here's why. I struggle to remember to do things also because, executive function challenges. And so what I did is I actually would set a timer in my phone to go off every hour. At that time when the timer went off, I would jot down what I'd been doing. Now you can do this in the notes part of your phone as well. However, I just find it easier to write it down. I like to get a nice pen. This is a purple pen, by the way. It looks blue on camera, but it's purple. I actually just like to have purple pens. Purple's my favorite color, and I find I'm more likely to stick with a writing task if the pen is purple. Listen, whatever works for you, whatever works for you. And I have like a pretty little notebook. So then I would just write down, what was I doing? Sometimes I got better at this and I would write down at the beginning of a task what I was starting to do and then jot down the time and what I had finished doing. This was really important to me. When I started doing this, I realized that I had a 2-hour morning routine. I was shooting for a 2-hour morning routine. I every day was frustrated that I couldn't get my morning routine done because I had meetings and things like that. And I was only scheduling 45 minutes into my morning routine, which included brushing my teeth, washing my face, taking a shower, doing a workout for 20 minutes to a half an hour, eating, and a check-in meeting with my partner in the morning. Um, y'all, and journaling. That is not going to get done. That workout alone was usually a half an hour, and I have to go to where I do my workout, right? That's not going to happen. Here I was again. I always think things take 15 minutes or a half an hour, and they basically never do. Tracking time, keeping track of how long things actually take enabled me to break down things into my day and say, that routine takes this much time. I either need to make this much time in my schedule for that routine, or I need to cut that routine down, right? I need to cut it back. It allowed me to recognize the spaces in my life where I actually found that I had lulls, right? Where I was losing time to things that I didn't realize I was losing time to, and create some structure around them. As part of my job, I actually have to be on social media every single day. I show up on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I'm everywhere, right? And that's part of my job. But when you lose 2 hours to one of those platforms, it can be very problematic. And I realized that that was happening more often than I thought it was. And I started setting alarms or timers to remind me that it was time to get off. I also realized that when I set those timers, my phone shouldn't be right next to me. All right. Whatever I set as the timer needs to be far away. I started setting my oven clock timer if I was on my phone scrolling social media. That way it would bug me and I have to get up and turn it off. Otherwise, I just swipe it off on my phone and keep on scrolling. When we become more aware of where our time is going, how long things really take, so we can schedule them appropriately, and where our time is really going, it makes it much, much easier to be able to make the space, create the time for the things that are priorities to us, for the things that we really want to be doing with our lives. All right? Because I have to tell you that scrolling any social media channel for 2 hours is not a bigger priority to me than spending time with my family, calling a friend, creating connection, doing my exercise, working on other things in my business, building out the course that I'm building right now, right? But I was getting sucked into that and I didn't even know. So all you need to do is set a timer for, half an hour or an hour. Grab a piece of paper or a notebook and a pen. It's going to fill up fast. You probably want a notebook, and just jot down what you're doing throughout your day. This makes all the difference in the world. This will help you so much in understanding where your time is going and allocating the appropriate amount of time to the appropriate things so that you stop feeling time crunched and stressed out and overwhelmed about time all the time. That's it. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I am always here to help you build the life that you've been dreaming of. Because here's the deal. You deserve it. You are absolutely amazing. I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.